Oh, Herb.
Yes, Don.
Have you ever wondered what penguins and other planets are doing?
No, but I suppose you have.
Yes. Right now, little green alien penguins are speeding towards us, and they plan to take over our planet and take back all our ice in a big tray.
You mean no more cold drinks?
Yes. But don't worry, Herb. They're still 2 skadillion light years away.
Oh, good. Then we have time to watch Beakman.
Yes, we do. But we better hurry.
Crocodiles swallow stones to help them stay underwater. I'm Beakman, and you've just broken into Beakman's world. Beakman!
I have the right to an attorney. I have the right to wear fruit on my head.
Lester, what are you doing?
Why, reading myself my common Miranda right. I have the right to remain silent.
But deadly.
Phoebe, clear the air with a question, please.
Deodorizing. Ron Harper of Fallbrook, California writes, Dear Beakman, what's the difference between a pig and a hog?
Ooh, what a swine question. It's time to dig on pigs and cut through the fog on the hog. Behold your cute and cuddly garden variety piglet.
Aw, I think the little fella's frightened. Oh, bother. I'm Lester the Pooh, and I have a rumbly in my tumbly. Aw, gee, it doesn't get any more precious than this, does it? Yours truly imitating Pooh Bear and talking with a piglet. Now that is must-see TV.
When is a pig a hog and a hog a swine? Well, most farmers who raise these animals call them hogs. It's also correct to call them pigs or swine. So pigs, hogs, and swine are all the same thing.
Mainly good eating.
Lester, not in front of the children.
Well,
About a fourth of the meat eaten in the United States comes from hogs.
we're talking pork chops, bacon, pork rinds.
Did you know that scientists say hogs are among the smartest animals in the world? They're smarter than dogs and cats and horses.
If they're so smart, how come they're pigs?
And now it's time for our feature presentation.
Roll it, Ray!
Wild hogs existed more than 6 million years ago, but humans tamed and tasted them only about 8,000 years ago. At one time or another, they've been used to retrieve game, round up cattle, and as beasts of burden.
That little guy still has many relatives in the wild. Wild hogs live in many parts of the world, including Africa, where this beauty pageant winner here, the African warthog, comes from. Wild hogs are extremely strong and ferocious.
Oh, please, Beakman in a half hour. Our porky friend over there, ferocious and strong? Really, he wouldn't hurt a sty.
Perhaps I neglected to mention that he will someday grow up to look like our next guest. Phoebe, if you'll do the honors.
Oh, I would be happy to. With snout further delay. She's big. She's bad.
She's the undisputed champion of the barnyard.
Dame Frances Bacon.
Your lordship.
Dame Frances Bacon is a female hog or sow. Fully grown sows can weigh 450 pounds. Or even more.
While adult male hogs, known as boars, can tip the scales at more than 500
must eat like pigs. Lunch.
And corn is what they like to pig out on. More than 20% of all the corn grown in America is fed to pigs. That's why most hogs are raised in the Corn Belt states of the Midwest. Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Missouri, Ohio, Nebraska, and Iowa.
It looks like it's time for this little piggy to go to the market.
No, Phoebe. Most hogs are sold when they're 6 or 7 months old and weigh 210 to 250 pounds. Hogs as big as Dame Frances here are usually kept for breeding.
Woo! What a life! Romance followed by rolling around in mud. That's amore.
And do you know why they roll around in the mud?
'Cause they can?
No, because our friend here has no sweat glands. Rolling around in the mud keeps her cool, calm,
And disgusting.
So, people really can't sweat like a pig.
No. But as we know from experience, they can smell like a pig.
Oh, Beaky, you flatter me.
Her eyes are so tiny.
Pigs have very poor eyesight, but they make up for it with a keen sense of smell that comes from this keen snot dispenser right here.
It's called the snout. Hogs use their leathery snouts to find and dig up food.
Bonus fatback fact. In France, they use hogs to dig up truffles. Little underground mushrooms that are among the rarest and most expensive foods in the world.
Wow, great fact, Beaky. Now, do you think you could say it in pig Latin?
I'm a pig Latin lover, Lester, but it's time to thank our special guest today.
Yeah, thanks, Francis. You're a great actor. What a ham.
And thank you, Ron Harper of Fallbrook, CA.
You can call them pigs or hogs or swine each and every day. Coming up next, more barnyard hijinks when we wing it with our old pal, Scratchy the chicken.
So don't be a dumb cluck and chicken out.
Stick around.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Let's get physical! Woo! It's time to ID your ideas. Here he is, the orthodontist of the orgon, the periodontist of the peripheral, the A. Whitney Brown of the never a frown, the one, the only, the Beakman.
You rake 'em, I'll bake 'em. Let's funky turkey.
Question. Tiffany Stafford from Hellier, Kentucky writes, why do we blink?
Answer: blinking is how you wash your eyes. Your tears are antiseptic.
That means they kill germs.
Past fact. Scientists studied woodpeckers to learn how to make better football helmets. Woodpeckers hit their heads all day without hurting themselves because they have air spaces in their skulls that act as shock absorbers. A safer helmet was designed with air spaces like the ones in a woodpecker's head.
They should have studied Lester. His head is nothing but air spaces.
Come in.
Question. What does it mean when a scab turns all green and gets all puffy?
Hold on just a scab-picking minute, Phoebe. We've got a visitor. Say hey to Scratchy the chicken.
Hey, Phoebe. Hiya, Beaks.
How many times do I have to tell you, Scratchy isn't a chicken? He's your stupid hand.
Did I mention that Scratchy has been taking acting lessons? Watch this. Scratchy reviewing a movie. Scratchy hailing a cab. Scratchy as my personal assistant.
Lester, put Scratchy away!
No can do, Beaks.
Because it's time for the Scratchy Challenge. Listen up, fat boy. I challenge you to twirl a rope just like a cowboy.
Nothing to it.
Nice job, Ratzilla.
Ray, reverse the tape.
Okay, dummy. The first thing you did wrong, aside from being a knucklehead in a rat suit, is you didn't make your rope into a lariat.
But Scratchy, I don't know how to make a lariat.
Oh, well, let me give you a hand. Okay, here's what you need. About 8 feet of 3/8-inch rope. Yeah, that's your stuff. Some vinyl electrical tape. Yep. And a swivel hook. You know, the kind that comes on a keychain.
Hey, if you're gonna do our experiments, do them only the way we do them. And do them with someone who knows what they're doing. And do them safely, and do them with a grown-up. And enjoy doing them. I'm done. Oh, catch me in Tahoe next month.
Now, to make your lariat, first take one end of your riata and make a little loop around the other end like this. Make it just big enough for the rope to slide through it. Wrap the tape around the loop to keep it in place. Now take the other end of the rope, stick it through your swivel thingy, and tape it up. Okay, now you got a lariat.
Boy, Scratchy, I'm glad you know what to do, because I am totally lost.
You know, Lester, fun's fun, but you're talking to your hand.
Don't interrupt, Beakman. I want to find out how to twirl a rope.
But Lester, if you don't know how to twirl a rope, Scratchy won't know how to twirl a rope either, because... You're Scratchy! Now get out of here!
That shows how much you know, big brains. Now hand me that rope. Okay, I give it a big twirl to get the lariat started. And once it's going, it just takes a little twist of my beak to keep it twirling.
I get it. Replay! When you twirl the lariat, inertia makes every bit of the rope try to travel out in a straight line. But since every bit of the rope is connected to every other bit of the rope, and they're all trying to go out in a straight line, the rope forms a circle. Moving your fingers in a tight little circle can keep the rope going in a nice big circle. Hey, that's pretty good. Lester, I had no idea you knew how to twirl a rope.
I keep telling you, Beakman, I don't know how to twirl a rope. Scratchy does.
Yeehaw!
All right, that's it, Lester. Go to your hole and don't come back until you're willing to admit you are Scratchy.
But I...
Go!
Coming up next, without it, music wouldn't be musical. We get down with an upbeat answer after this. Stick around.
Beakman's World will be back in a flash. And now, back to Beakman's World.
My brain is scanning for a question. Click on the letter, please, Fleabee.
Spell check this one, Geekman. Zachary Martindale of Delano, California writes, how does a harmonica work?
Hey, I'm hip to your question, Zach, my man. The harmonica, or blues hop, works like this.
Lester, I don't think that...
I remember back in '58, me and Sonny Boy was playing a juke joint on the south side. We was testifying that night.
Sounds like perjury to me. Lester! I'm hip to the sound you're putting down, but Zachary wants to know how a harmonica works, baby. Yeah. And to explain that, we have to get into sound waves, wavelength, frequency, amplitude.
Wow! Can't we just say you blow out for some notes and suck in for others?
First things first.
Harmonicas don't just make music, they make sound. And what is sound, anyone?
Oh. Okay, Lester, that's a sound, but what is sound?
Oh, I know! Sound is energy, vibrations.
Dig it. You can't see it, but sound energy travels through the air in waves. Watch. As the ripples move away from the drops in ever-widening circles, sound moves away from its source in ever-widening spheres.
So, when something makes a sound, it makes invisible waves in the air?
Bada bing.
Check it out.
Whoa! It's like seeing sound.
Or hearing with your eyes.
Or smelling with my feet. Ah, now that is funky.
Let's make waves. When Phoebe and Lester move their arms up and down, they send energy through the jump rope. And look how that energy travels in waves. All sound waves,
Or any waves for that matter.
have three properties. Amplitude means how big the waves are, which determines how loud the sound is. Wavelength is how far it is from here to here. And frequency means the number of waves a sound produces in a second.
Low sounds have a low frequency.
And a long wavelength.
High sounds have a high frequency. And a short wavelength.
So,
When I sing, ah, that note has a lower frequency than when I sing,
Beakman, main man, I know you have got to suffer to play the blues, but watching this electrifying demo is more suffering than one rat man can take.
Oh, yeah, come on! Now let's answer the question already. How does a harmonica work?
let's get the dope from the scope.
Inside the holes of a harmonica are these little flat dealies called reeds. When you push or pull air over the reeds,
They vibrate.
the shorter ones vibrate faster, so they send out high-frequency waves, and we hear them as high notes. The longer reeds vibrate at slower frequencies, so they get down with the low notes. That's how you and your breath can make beautiful music together. And this frequency business isn't just for harmonicas either.
When you pluck a guitar string, you get a note.
When you put your finger on the fret of your guitar, what you're really doing is shortening the string.
Which raises the frequency of the string's vibrations. The higher the frequency,
The higher the notes.
Talk to me, Lucy.
So Zachary Mondale of Delano, CA.
Thanks for your question. It really made our day.
A harmonica vibrates at such good news.
Its frequency is both high and low that help me play the blues.
We got the blues, those vibrating frequency blues. We got those knock me down,
tear me up.
vibrating frequency blues.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Evers of Wyndham, Minnesota writes, Dear Beakman, why can't we move our head in a circle? But owls can. We'll give a hoot about your question after this. Be wise. Don't fly away.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
So, what's the deal with owls spinning their heads around?
Unlike people, owls can't move their eyeballs from side to side. But owls' necks are specially built to turn almost all the way around, so they can watch out for predators that might be sneaking up from behind.
And some people have eyes in the back of their heads.
And I see we've got to go.
We'll catch you next time.
On Beakman's World.
Herb, can we go visit Beakman and Phoebe and that rat guy?
Sorry, Don, they live too far north.
Could we write them a letter?
Sorry, Don, we don't have pencils or paper.
Can we wave?
Sorry, Don, no hands.
And what can we do?
We can stand here and stare at that blank TV until Beakman's on again.
Ooh, why didn't I think of that?
Sorry, Don, no brain.